Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Happy full moon in Cancer at 23 degrees. Cancer is a very powerful sign, and I feel as though sometimes can be overlooked in hear me out, in a way that they feel so deeply and maybe at certain times have been pegged as being, too emotional or too this, or you're too much, because they express it so eloquently. You just can't deceive a Cancer. You just can't. So I find that this full moon is going to be a real opportunity for us to, really be honest with ourselves, and with that honesty and integrity and authenticity, be honest with the people around us. And I ripped it in half, or it was like this, and I ripped it, and because I love that there's two, so I don't know which one I'm going to use for the presentation. I might just flip-flop back and forth. But I had a moment with the guides when I was grounding and getting ready to record, where I can understand why a lot of you have this sense of urgency to figure it out and to, do the thing, or like, what's my purpose, or what am I supposed to do? Blah, 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 blah. I gotta, I'm in between, I'm in this transition time, but I want to figure out what to do next, and blah, blah, blah. Because the guides, they had a sense of urgency talking to me, but they were like, tell them to slow down. Tell them that the faster that they slow down, the more that their downloads are going to come in, but they have to slow down. And it's like, I can understand why you're feeling the way you're feeling, because you got to slow down. And the more you slow down, the clearer the images are going to be. The clearer all of this is going to make sense. I mean, the sun is in Capricorn. So we want to get things done. We want to do things. We want to figure it out. It's also the first, Pluto is finally fully in Aquarius. The North Node is going into Pisces. I'll put it all down in a second. I just wanted to talk about the introduction first. So whatever fell, whatever crumbled, whatever sandcastle you built, just be in that stage of acceptance. Be on the blank canvas and just trust that. Full moons are not a time to be making rational decisions, especially, in a Cancer full moon where Cancer is run by the moon. This is emotions upon emotions upon emotions. But I'd recommend, if this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Sarah. I'm a channeler and an astrologer. So today I'm going to channel messages through an all signs reading in Cancer. And if this is your first time here, my disclaimer, which is always in the description below, is this is not a personalized reading. Please don't take anything that I say as doctrine. And, this might resonate for you. This might not resonate for you. Use your discernment, please. Because we have a growth mindset around here at my multidimensional cafe. These are not gentle readings. They can be very powerful, very to the point, very blunt, because when you have a growth mindset and you like to be efficient in your processes, you got to get things done. So it's sometimes very triggering to say, you've got to, be efficient in your processes, slow down, because the only way out is through. So there's some gold nugget tucked in for all of us, from Aries all the way over to Pisces. There's a gold nugget tucked into your healing right now that we have to look at. So my intention, as always, is to offer the most accessible information for the highest and greatest good for all involved and invested, with no harm coming to any. But please use your discernment, because I love you enough to be honest with you. It's not about being nice, it's about being kind. And when you have a growth mindset, and when you have a winner's mindset, I want you to win, but I'm also going to tell you when you have food in your teeth. I'm also going to tell you when you're out of alignment. My purpose is to help bring you into alignment, to offer you messages. Yeah. I made an Americano. It's just my espresso with more hot water. Okie dokie, so let's introduce the planets and then we're going to get into it. And if you, as always, if you have any questions, if you need anything, my email address is listed below. If you'd like to book a personalized reading, whatever is best for you. Whatever is best for you, however I can best be of service. There are tons of resources in the description. Join my membership group, whatever is best for you. But I'm also, as always, I offer a free consultation so we can decide together if working together works for us and how I can best be of service. So please reach out directly. So let me introduce the board. It starts in Aries and goes all the way around over to Pisces. Please watch for your rising sign first, and then your sun, and then your moon to get the vibe. But for the sun and moon, just sit back, have your water, have your coffee or tea, and just chill. Just chill. Just chill with me. Don't take the aspects as doctrine or anything like that. But so, planets, this is the sun. This is the moon. This is Pluto. Mars, Venus, Uranus, Neptune, Chiron, Black Moon Lilith, Mercury. Oh my God, I'm using the ring light today and it's just like, she is bedazzled. Jupiter. Saturn. And the North Node and the South Node that I placed down like this. So you can see what the North Node is going into and what the South Node is releasing. And I follow the mean node in Lilith, not the true. And so because the true node goes into Pisces on the 11th and the mean node goes into Pisces not until later on this month. So I am going to be putting it just right at the cusp, you know? I need my journal. A little farther away than I expected it to be. I've got so many journals. Yes, the mean node doesn't go into Pisces until the 29th. So I'm going to just put it right at the cusp for this reading. So depending on which Lilith will be the mean Lilith. So just so you know, as you're following along, that's what we're going to be doing. I think that's it. Yep, I think that's it. Let's get started. Aries rising. Aries sun, Aries moon, how are you doing, honey? I feel like overwhelmed is an understatement for what you're feeling right now. Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, North Node, South Node, Chiron, and Lilith. Oh, pardon me. Pardon me. So at our last moon cycle, that new moon in Cap, you were grieving. You were grieving. And so there's a new level of emotional awareness that's coming up right now for you that you're processing very, very deeply and very, very, they're saying like finite. So I have some guides coming in for you right now. This is very niche, so please take this for what it is, the very, very specific collective that they're speaking to, but it's very Arcturian, and they're speaking to those that maybe are realizing or have been pegged as, you know, I mean, like, thank God for my splash of the tism, or else I wouldn't be able to do what it is that I'm doing. And there's this realization that you're different. Full body chill. There's this realization that you have spiritual gifts, that you have understandings, that you maybe it's like you're processing something from adolescence where you were pegged as ADD, ADHD, tism, depressed, anxious, whatever it may be. There's some version of like you're just accepting yourself right now, and you're learning that, you know, your family did the best that they could with the tools that they had. It's very deep. Very, very deep. This feels like a graduation for you, they're saying. That you're just learning to say, I am who I am, who I am. And I see things the way that I do. And I'm right because I'm not saying that you're wrong, but I am worthy of existence. Full body chill. Aries, this is really powerful stuff, what you're experiencing. And I just want you to feel it. I want you to cry. I want you to like eat, you know, comfort food in a way that feels good for you, but that is still, you know, I've talked about this before when, you know, this is very intense early childhood stuff. This is relationships, Pluto in your house of community, the Sun and Mercury in your house of legacy, the South Node's about to go into your house of daily life. You kind of recognize that this coming year is just going to be balling out for you, like full balling out. Whether it's someone sees you, this is really fascinating. If you've been with me for a while, Aries, I just heard a few of you just be like, and if you have any Scorpio placements, please just go watch the past few Scorpio videos, because just listen to me. I'm hearing some of you say like, you've said that before, that someone's seeing me and someone's doing this and blah, 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 blah. Girl, if you were seen last year, my guy, if you were seen last year, you weren't ready to receive what it is that you're about to receive. You would have given that away. You would have given the farm away. You had to be hurt. You had to be broken down. You had to be stripped to the frickin' bone. Your chart ruler retrograde back in Cancer, in a sense, not conjunct by degree, but you know, this full moon is at 23 and Mars is at 27. So it's very wide, but it's your chart ruler. So you weren't ready last year. Last year? Yeah, last year. I love you. But you weren't even ready last year. 2024, you had to be stripped to the bone, past the bone, to the soul, sawing down your bones, literally to the core, to recognize that you are such a bright light and you're right. Not that the other person is wrong, but you're worthy of existing. You're right because you are here on this planet. You got something to do, something to say. For my entrepreneurs, my goodness gracious, be ready to be busy. Just know that this is a really exceptional time, that what you've learned with the North Node in your sign is now going to be integrated into your house of soul purpose. So I'm excited for you, Aries. I think that this is a really beautiful, like, feel your feelings. Oh, that's what I was going to say. If, you know, and I've talked about this many times, when I know that I'm feeling a lot of the feelings, I'm like, I just want a pizza. I just want to eat pizza. Oh my God. And then I say, okay, who's talking? Is this my inner teenager? Does she actually need to go to the woods and cry? Does she need to go to the gym? Is this my inner child who wants a Papa Gino's pizza from 1993 and she can't have that no more? Am I on my flow cycle? Is it actually that I need a pizza and I'm going to go get the Ugly's gluten-free crust? That's the brand. If you've never had it, please try it. So good. Great family that owns it too. And you know, you check in to see like, okay, I want a pizza. What's really going on here? Who needs that pizza? Because a lot of the times you just need to eat the pizza and be fine. But you know, and what I do, if I want ice cream for dinner, I make a delicious fruit heavy smoothie and I eat that whole thing. And I put all the goodness in it. And that is my adult version of ice cream. So listen to your soul, but also listen to your body and find out who's speaking first before you make any food decisions, Aries. Like, definitely, like, go slowly right now, like the guides were saying, but really chicka to check. I love you. Taurus rising, Taurus sun, Taurus moon. I can't wait to do the North Node in Pisces reading. I'm excited for that. I'm excited for this for you. There's a beautiful, beautiful blessing of community coming your way. Buddy. All right, I'm gonna put this down before I start talking to you, honey. Venus and Pisces at 11 degrees. Okay. This is really fascinating. People can't read your mind, Taurus. And, oh, this is deep. This is deep and very specific for some of you. So people can't read your mind, but if you go to a mischievous type of like, I'm going to play poker with God or play chess with God, like you can't do that. So it's like, oh my God, you're learning how to communicate positively. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. And it's as if, it's like you're Pinocchio right now, Taurus. That's just the urge that I got. Where basically, like, if you try to be mischievous and deceiving, it's going to be as plain as the nose on your face, and you're just going to get a big old pimple on your face, and it's just going to be really disgusting and really gross. But you're learning how to communicate what you really feel and how you're really going inside. Oh, I love it. The guides are like, you could end it right there, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna keep going. If money is weird right now, wait until Jupiter goes direct. That's not until February, so you've got tons of time. But really, I would look to this area of your chart over here for Taurus rising specifically and Taurus sun moon. Definitely, this is like I've been talking about for a while, from 25 degrees of Pisces to about 10 degrees of Aries. This area of your chart is just like getting so much love. North Node, Neptune, Saturn, Venus, and Mercury are all giving in 2025 so much love to that. If you're keen for more information, my 2025 workbook, guidebook, and the All Signs readings, that's definitely for you. Links are in the description. But right now, the third house is early learning, short trips, communication, language, how we learned the boundaries of our communication. So although Venus, your chart ruler, is in your house of community, friendships, and wishes for the future, this is very fascinating to me. It's almost like Mars going retrograde in the house of the mother in a water sign for you. Not conjunct this full moon. It's very, very strange that you're learning that you can't lie to people, but you also can't lie to yourself. It's like you're finding that you're actually a good person, and then some old patterns are coming up of maybe like judgment. If you have any Libra placements, definitely go watch the past few Libra videos where it's like you're learning that you can't lie at all, because when you do, you just get punched in the face by the universe. Like punched in the face. You're also learning that you do have to communicate the positive things. If you love someone, tell them. Tell them. If you don't love someone, tell them. And don't keep them in your life for just because you want somebody to be at the table. It's just very, very fascinating. This is somewhat connected to your money. This is connected to your community over here. I would say for more information and in the longer range transit playlist, the 2024 to 2027 video, the changing of the guides, that could be for you, because when the North Node goes into your 11th house of community, friendships, and wishes for the future, and the South Node is releasing over here in your house of play, joy, romance, creative expression, childlike spirits, this is a whole season for you, year and a half, for you to step into the healthiest, most abundant version of yourself that you've ever been. But if you continue to play small, and if you continue to play, I'm hearing like cheap tricks, then you're just going to continue to be at that level. And I've done it. I'm not pointing fingers at you. I'm saying that, like, I've looked back at different nodal transits, like North Node transits, where I chose to stay in a relationship that was not for me. It was, the young gentleman, his family came from money, and I didn't know what I was doing. I thought that I loved him, but I didn't. And it was very much like, you will stay at the level until you learn the lesson. You will repeat the pattern until you learn the lesson. And you can stay at that grade. You can repeat 3rd grade, Taurus, as many times as you need to. As many times as you need to. But if you're starting to recognize that, wow, I'm kind of living the same day every single day, and I don't really like the day that I'm living every single day, and I'm continuously saying things that I don't mean, and I'm not saying the things that I do mean, speak up. Speak up. It's only you pretending to be God that says this person is good, bad, or ugly. That person is perfect because they exist on this planet, but you don't have to be around them and judge them all the time. You know what I mean? Awesome job. Great stuff. I'm excited for the North Node transit. I'm going to do an all signs reading for that. I'm excited for that for you. Love you. Gemini. 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 It's going to be a really prosperous year for you. Yeah, I'm calling that now, dude. I'm calling that now. Yeah. Alrighty. This is a big time for you. This is going to be a very prosperous year for you. A very, very prosperous year for you. If you want it to be public in whatever way that means for you, like whatever public means for you, it could be that, you're a writer and you are known within the writing communities, those circles, but it's only if someone has seen the back of the book and seen your image. You can go out in the world. It's not the same way that fame is nowadays. It's not the same. Fame from the old back in the day is different than it is now. So you can have a level of knownness within the community that you wish to be known in. But this guy, Jupiter, yeah, she's going into Cancer energy later this year. This is big for you. Honest to goodness, I would say there's some family stuff that's coming up. There's some family stuff that's connected to money. You're consciously creating a new level of success that your family has possibly never seen before. And you know that scares the people in your life. It scares your family in a way that they just don't understand it. Like being a content creator, being a writer, being a performer, being a florist, being someone that just has a niche that does something very exceptional and very special. It doesn't make sense to, your parents, whether they're boomers or Gen Xers. It just doesn't make sense to them fully. They see it in their telephone, but they don't get it. So you're going to be okay. It's not that I'm having a full body chill for you. Honestly, Gem, this is you. It's not someone seeing you. It's you finally seeing yourself. You're finally seeing yourself and how different and special and wonderful you are. If you have Cancer placements, this is very exciting for you. Yeah. Deep-rooted family stuff that you're just processing and loving. Really loving. Really, really loving. There could be travel. There could be some... Yeah, I'm seeing suitcases. I'm seeing it all very prosperous. You could travel for work. You could be moving. South Node in the 4th house. This is also you recognizing that you're finding a way to be responsible for family that is very specific for every single one of you. But you recognize that you could be, financially responsible for your family. You could be responsible for them as they get older, and you don't want them to be going into a retirement home. You want to hire someone to take care of them, a companion for them. But you're looking at some longer range things right now, Gem, which I really love. Yeah, this is exceptional. I really love how this Mercury retrograde in December really upgraded you. You kind of grew up more in December 2024 than you have in a really long time. And that's not me judging you. That's just me saying incredible job. Incredible job. Dude, I'm an Aries sun, so there's not a single thing that I could say to you where it's like, you need to grow up. It's like, I'm an infant baby ram at heart, so it's like, you're good, honey. You're good. You're good. Practical ways to utilize this full moon right now. Go running, exercise, steam and sweat it out, Gem. You could do a detox. I'd say, yeah, exercise, food, and journaling could be a really helpful way to get some things out. And if you journal and you want to go woo, then just burn whatever it is that you write. You know, in the How to Work with the Moon, I have a digital download. You get 4 videos, one for each week of a moon cycle, and you can, you know, do practical full moon release technique, but really just like write it out and burn it. That's kind of it. But good job, Gem. Cancer rising, Cancer sun, Cancer moon. I love you in advance, and I hope that you, and I've been talking about this for a little bit. Oh my God, this is so beautiful. You're recognizing, wait, I'm the problem? It's me? I'm the problem? Yeah, you're the problem. We're all the problem. It's the theory of the egg. We're the only one here, Cancer. No, so if you don't like somebody, then just remove them from your life. Nobody has to change to fit into your paradigm. If they're not meant for you, they're not supposed to be there. And if they're not meant for you, they might remove themselves from your life as well. I feel like people are coming and going right now for you. Very, very, I mean, the Sun and Mercury are in your house of relationships, Uranus and Taurus in your house of community, friendships, wishes for the future, and this North Node that's just finished up in your transit of legacy, public image, and career, as well as releasing the South Node in Libra in your house of home, my pocket of the world, safety is key. There might have been some people that have come and gone from your life. There might have been some people, these were safety net people. You have recognized that psychologically, there's a great Lewis Howes chat with oh my God, I can't remember the woman. I'll put the link for it below. What was it? I'll put the link for it if I remember what it is. Where, you know, people are attracted to you at the certain level of psychological understanding or development that you're at. And then you come together to learn those lessons. And then when you've learned that lesson, they're removed from your life and you move on with your life. That's a beautiful thing, Cancer. That's a beautiful thing. There are some Arcturian guides that are coming in right now, and they're reminding you, definitely, even if you don't have Aries placements, I would go watch the Aries video, because if you've ever been pegged as ADD, ADHD, if you have been told that you have like a disorder of some kind, like literally, I'm so grateful for my tism. I'm so grateful for the splash of tism. I can function in multiple universes all at the same time, and you're unpacking some very, very specific adolescent stuff. Definitely go watch the Aries video. It could be very, very helpful. I don't want to repeat myself there, Cancer. That's what I would really love for you to focus on right now, is the self-judgment. And recognizing that the way that you communicate is just fine. It's just fine. It's the way you communicate. So whether there's just full body chills coming for you, Cancer. So definitely just breathe with me and be here with me. They're saying that you either, you're processing some very specific community shifts and changes that you didn't expect. And you maybe have thought like, oh, I, am, you're very like, I don't have to adapt and I don't have to do this and I, can act this way and everything's fine. You've grown up. This is very adult energy right now. And if someone has come into your life or if someone has left your life, you recognize that that's an answered prayer, or you were trying to play chess with God and God just was like, checkmate. And so this is a beautiful time of reflection and releasing any versions of yourself that that you don't want to take with you into 2025, that you don't want to take with you in the next chapter of your life, that you don't want to take with you into the next season. You might feel like you're on a bridge right now, and it's like the, you know, I loved the last video games that I played were Nintendo 64. So it's like in Mario 64, where you're just like going up the infinite stairs, where it's like you got to go complete a different level before you can get to that level of Bowser, where you're just on the stairs and on the stairs, and you're on the bridge and you're on the bridge, and like you don't know when the other side is going to be. Why don't you just sit and say, oh, okay, if I'm the problem and if people are attracted to me because of my psychological foundations, what can I put down here as junk, as manure, because manure is the best fertilizer. So I want to give it to the earth and move on with my life, and then attract people at that healthier level. Yeah, we still have Jupiter retrograde over here. Very, very fascinating. You can't run from where your feet are. So be where you are, be in what you're in, and let whatever has shifted. Honestly, it's like in December, you and Gemini, for December 2024, that was a big upgrade, a big shift, and a big change. Very unexpected. Uranus definitely involved in that guy. And just really just say, okay, well, I contracted this. It's my human ego that says this is good, this is bad, this is ugly, this is prosperous, this is wonderful. Change is change and doesn't have to have a judgment to it, Cancer. But what is forward? What is forward? I want you forward looking, growth mindset, and just accepting what presence is. So if, you know, a job has shifted, a friendship group has shifted, someone has come into your life unexpectedly or left your life unexpectedly, whatever seat at the table is now either filled or vacant, say, these are the expectations that I have of that seat. This is what I want, this is what I need, and this is what I can give, and this is what I want to receive. Still talking to Cancer. And just be in that. And just be in that. And love it. And call me if you need anything. Deep stuff, Cancer. Very deep. Nobody has any idea how deeply you're processing right now. So I'm proud of you. Incredible job. A lot of you are going sober as well, which is probably like the root of it all. Some of you. Be in what you're in. I love you. And don't judge yourself. I was a cannabis smoker for 14 straight years, and sobriety is not for everyone, but if it's something that is coming up for you right now, please reach out. We can book a consultation if you're keen. It's a free consultation to see if I can be helpful for you at this juncture. That's enough. I love you. Leo. Leo rising, Leo sun, Leo moon. Oh my God. I love this for you, honey. I love it. I love this. Some of you just like straight don't want to work in the way that other people work. And I mean, we've known that for a while. You're a Leo, you're not supposed to. And yeah. This transit, this North Node transit, is going to be about other people's money. Other people's money. And, you know, some of you, and we talked about this last year, a few months ago, some of you have lost people in your life, and like via death, and are coming into inheritances, different things like that. And so this is a very powerful moment in time. This is why there's such a deep focus on shared possessions. And you know that you're supposed to do something and it's attached to your purpose. This is what the full moon is highlighting for you. And the sun, Mercury, in your house of daily life, practical service. Your sixth house is run by Capricorn. So it's like you like the paper. You need comfort. I mean, it's you. And you're willing to do whatever it is that you need to do it. It's almost like this, there's some rigidity here. I mean, it's fixed fire energy. So I get it. You're on a fixed axis. I get it. let Pluto introduce you to people. And I feel like this will be February as well. I feel like the beginning, like first human quota of 2025 is going to bring new opportunities for new friends and new communities, new environments. I really want you leaning on your mutability, money, shared possessions, play, and community. I really want you leaning on your mutability right now. The fixity and the cardinality, and this full moon is happening on a cardinal axis, that's not going to help you. I really need you to lean in to change. Lean into change, because nothing outside of you is going to change unless you change. Definitely have your chop wood, carry water, that regardless of whatever you're in, whatever you're doing, what do you do every day? Look at those habits. Your habits dictate your trajectory. But full on, yeah, this is daily life. The health axis here. This could be food, Leo. This could be food. This could be drinking. This could be cannabis. There could be some ingestion things coming up. A detox could be super helpful, whether it's now or even closer towards Pisces season. Yeah, having a little like, oh, I have this every single day and I don't have enough of this every day, so maybe I want to be a little healthier. There's just some shifting going on. Listening to the guides. Meditation and being in the trees and being in the woods could be very helpful, Leo. Very helpful. And hug the trees. Be that guy. Be that chick. Literally. I was walking in the woods the other day in December, and there was a woman just straight hugging the tree. Hugging the tree. And didn't move when I walked by. Kissing the tree, loving up on the tree. Nobody's judging you. But a few minutes later, I was like, oh my God, thank you, honey, for reminding me. And I hugged a tree. So be the one that goes first, but really sink into some mutable energy right now. Look at where the mutable, Leo, sun, moon, or rising. Look at the mutability in your chart. Look at what planets are in mutable signs. How can you, it's the razor's edge. How can you make one decision that future version of you does that you don't do? How can you make one healthier decision that could shift your entire life? We really could be one decision away. That's the razor's edge theory. Maybe DuckDuckGo that. We're one decision away from our perfect life. Amazing. Virgo rising, Virgo sun, Virgo moon, Virgo. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. I'm listening to the guides right now. I'm having a little bit of a... I have to share. So your reading, the last session was not gentle. And I had someone comment, like, this was such a huge disappointment. And I was like, I want to offer the best advice that I can and not let my ego get involved and not hold back. I tell my guides, like, I'll take my ego out of the way. And it's very, when you're here to offer information, it's not for everybody. But a trigger is a trigger is a trigger. And with the South Node going into your sign, this is a big opportunity for you to recognize, not always like I'm the problem, but you're the only one here. Like, it's the theory of the egg. I'm going to put that below. It's such a sweet little video where when you are, and I talked about this in the introduction for this energy, which is a trigger is like turning on the lights to to a closet that you have to clean. And so you can sit there and say, oh my God, it's so disgusting. And oh my God, this is so triggering. And oh my God, this. And oh my God, this. And you're like, oh, it's so filthy. There's mice poop in the corner and there's this and there's that. Or you could literally just say, okay, I have to clean this, and go clean it. And that's it. Yeah, rage cleaning is a beautiful thing. And I mean, it's you, so I can say that to you. But I don't want you to think that I'm like coming at you, bro. But these readings are here to offer guidance for you. This is about community, friendships, and wishes for the future for you. The North Node is going to go into your house of relationships, and the South Node is going to go into your sign. Whether you follow the true or the mean, this is happening whether we like it or not. So your shadow is going to be shown to you at all times. At all times. Your biggest challenge during this transit, during the North Node transit, I'll do a whole all signs reading for it, is going to be you. Is going to be you. Because the people around you are a reflection of how you feel about yourself. What do you mean by that, Sarah? If you love yourself, you're going to energetically be surrounded by people who love themselves too. If you dislike yourself, you're going to be surrounded by people who dislike themselves too. If you're honest with yourself, you're going to be surrounded by honest people. If you are dishonest with yourself, you're going to be surrounded by dishonest people. When is enough enough, Virgo? Please go watch that full moon video. Please go watch the introduction to this energy. When is enough enough? What has to happen for you to recognize that maybe the people I'm surrounding myself with are not meant for me? Maybe the communities that I've been a part of are not for me. Maybe my words that I'm speaking, like how many times have you said like, ugh, this always happens to me. You know, I always get the crap end of the stick. I never find what it is that I'm looking for, or this is just the way that it is. Yeah. The universe is regardless of, I say this normally around new moons, but during full moons, during every single day of your life, the energy of the world is like an eager waiter. They're like, oh, she always, can't get what she needs. Good. Okay, send her more things that she can't get what she needs. It's a matrix. We're in a video game. We're in a video game. We're in it, so you can hang out with whoever you want in the video game. You can chill out and go on quests with anybody that you want in your video game. Truly. But when you start to take radical responsibility for yourself and not point fingers and just say, okay, if I'm seeing someone outside of me that's triggering me, I'm seeing, my community, like you're not this, you're not this, you're not this, you're not this. What is it that makes me think that I have to play God and say you're not good or you are good? If something is not good, then just walk away from it. If something is not for you, then just scroll past it. If a person is not for you, then just walk away and say, thank you for this beautiful friendship. This was a lovely bouquet, and I learned so much, and I gave so much, and you took so much, and you gave so much, and now we're just done, and I love you, and I wish you all the best that the world has to offer. And just continue down the road of life and find a new quest. Yeah, as I know you're an earth side, but you're still immutable access, Virgo rising especially, but Virgo sun and moon. Like there's so much that there's just this beautiful softness. It's like you're just like a Tootsie Pop, and I just want to get to that like Tootsie Roll center of you and just like love upon you, and just I want you to see how beautiful and wonderful you are, and that you don't always have to be the mom of the group. You're not their mom. You don't have to hold it together. Yeah. Yeah. For some of you, yeah, the people around you just are unconsciously just like letting you take care of them, where you're worthy of people just who've got themselves. Do you know what I mean? And I talked about that either in the full moon video or in the Monday live that I just did about Mars, where it's like, there was this beautiful short that I saw of this gentleman. He's like, I used to have friends that were like, I got you and you got me. And now what I say is, I got me to be the best friend that I can for you. So you got you, and you can be the best friend that you can be for me. I want you developing. I want you growing. I want you being better. But if you're carrying anybody, Virgo, you put them down. You put them down and you wash your face and clean your closets. All right, I love you. I love you. I love you. Libra rising, Libra sun, Libra moon. Hallelujah. South node is leaving your sign. This is a beautiful time to be you. I'm very excited about what's to come. And let's see what the planets have to say. You might have tons of energy right now. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Not everyone, no one can see how deeply things are shifting. I feel like your dreams have been really intense as well. It's not just you, but I've got like these Arcturian guides that are really just coming in for you and that are reminding you to like mirror work. Full body chill could be super duper helpful right now. Mirror work. All right, Libra, I've got a light language coming through for you. So I'm going to offer this to you and I'm going to try to translate it because it's like they're speaking in light language and I just want to get it out so I can understand what they're saying right now. But this is very galactic. So Arishutu quarantia rantiako rantutuyoko yanto rayonto rontionko rishika porantia nana ranto rishka kaporiatia nakana ronto toto yorantikarish kapantia nana rontioko kokishiana tapana hanakana. Okay, this is beautiful. You have very big dreams and aspirations for yourself, and the communities that you've been spending time with, whether it be because of a job or a situation, whatever it may be, they don't have as big a goals that you have for yourself, and this is really lovely. The South Node really punched you in the ego and punched you in the teeth a lot, and they're saying, we want you to keep a version of your ego and recognize that you comparing yourself to those people is unnecessary. It's almost like you're in this very like delicate, fragile space of like, I don't want to judge them, but I have goals that are bigger than the people that I'm talking to, and I feel like I can't really share my goals with them because they don't have the same goals and they're happy with what they're doing, but I don't know if, but like I'm not happy with what I'm doing and I want something bigger, but now I'm comparing myself to them, and it's like this real runaround. And so I really would spend some time with the universal law of comparison. I want you to look at the universal laws. I talk about that in my Awakened Mastery program, the crash course in metaphysical practices, where I want you listening to the laws of the universe more than anything else. And your big goals are only big because you're comparing them to someone else. So, but if you spend time with people that are doing better than you, that have much bigger goals and that have done what it is that you want to do, they're going to be so supportive of you. So supportive, Libra. I can't even tell you. Like, if anybody has been judgmental of you saying, I really want to do this thing, or I really want to, start my own business, or start my own this, or start my own that, and people are like, oh, well, in this economy, blah, 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 blah. It's like, don't let the smallness of other people, this Mars transit right now, honestly, Mars is going to go back into Leo later on in April of this year, I want to say. It just went back into Cancer. So hold on, I have the date right here. Yeah, April 18th, 2025 is when Mars is going to go back into Leo. So spend some time, Libra, literally call people that are doing better than you and say, can I take you out for coffee? Look for mentorship. Look for inspiration. Stop, like unfollow or block or like mute people that are coming up on your feed, whether it be TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube, that are not doing something, I'm listening to the guides, that you're inspired by. I want you to feel inspired at all times. And people, yeah, if you just mute them, they don't know. So that's okay. But right now, with the North Node going into your house of daily life and the South Node going into house of soul purpose, you have ended certain contracts. Yeah, the transit of the South Node in your sign is not for the faint-hearted. And if you're here with me, it's because you want to have a public life, a public image, whatever it may be, that's for you. That's for you. And so really, I would release anybody, any relationship, any friendship. I feel, honest to goodness, that this is a lot of the content creators that you've been following. And this might not be, yeah, dude, it's like the people that are in your life, they're in your life until they're not in your life. And I feel like that's a little bit like you're just like, whatever, that's fine. But right now, it's as if you've been following certain content creators for a while, that you've learned what you can from them. And you can totally find new thought leaders, new content creators that are doing something that you've never done. It's like a Cody Sanchez quote, like, put yourself in rooms where your dream day is other people's Tuesday. Yeah. Yeah. And we'll get into it. I'm going to do a whole all signs reading for the North Node, South Node transit. But Libra, that was a huge cycle that you just completed. So I would really love for you to just spend some time in celebration right now. Whether it's the mean or the true node that you follow, the true node leaves your sign on the 11th of January, and the mean node leaves your sign on the 29th of January. So celebrate good times. Come on. Dress up. Take yourself out. I don't care if it's a coffee or a steak dinner or a salad or tofu. I don't care what it is, but do something different. Celebrate with yourself, if no one else. I'm going to leave it there. Libra. I love you. Scorpio rising, Scorpio sun, Scorpio moon. Pardon me. That was fascinating that I just did that. There's an aspect of not looking forward to this North Node transit that you want to skip over it. What is up, dude? Oh my God. Okay, the image that I'm getting right now is so specific. The image that I'm getting, and I'm just gonna walk through it, is like you're a kid that's got food on its face, like chocolate all over its face, and like the mom is like trying to like wipe it off, and you're like, Mom, don't do that, and you're just trying to like I'm not the problem. No, you are. Stop it. I'm fine. This is very fascinating. Play is important. The North Node in your house of play. Joy and shine like spirits. You will, I promise you, be removed from communities you're not supposed to be in. Yeah, you're not. It's very like... It's just interesting. It's just very interesting that I'm just noticing the emptiness of this side of your chart. I mean, save Lilith, obviously, but this is like legacy, career, community, soul purpose, self, and money. And all of the planets, it's just very specific that I just noticed that the focus is on me in relationships. What am I supposed to be doing? What's going on over here? What's happening? Oh my God, I'm just seeing this in big, bold letters. Think big. Think big. Go big. Be big. One of your chart rulers is retrograding back into your 9th house of quest, adventure, and long distance travel, higher education. I really want you to take down the whole vision board and put up a clean new piece of paper and full on. You can take things from the old vision board and put them on the new vision board, but I want you to take the whole thing down, sage the motherfucker, Palo Santo it, love upon it, and recognize like there's something big, but it's not big. What do you mean by that, Sarah? You're comparing yourself. Yeah, universal law of comparison. I want you viciously journaling right now, viciously writing. I would like you to go to an art gallery or a show or a place that you've never been before. Yeah. You can go to your local library and get a pass. You can do it for a very, conservative price point if that's a concern right now. But I want you doing something so far outside of your normal everyday thing, Scorpio. That fixity is like... Yeah, there's some serious stubborn rigidity that's going on right now that I need you to, like, I'm just seeing you with like your arms crossed in front of your heart and you're blocking your heart chakra, which I need you to look at the fact that the North Node's going to go in your house of play. It's almost like you're focused so much on like the masochistic side of yourself and honest to goodness for Scorpio. And if anybody is watching this for a Scorpio rising sun moon, and you are not a Scorpio rising sun moon, I usually have to give a double disclaimer because like I talk to Scorpio this way and this is only for Scorpio. But Lilith in your 12th house, like have some BDSM play. Have some, if you're submissive, be submissive. If you're dominant, be dominant. But play around with these types of things and really love up on yourself. But you don't have to play it out. This is really intense, Scorpio. You're recognizing that certain things that you like in the bedroom, you've been playing out in like your community, and like you're like, oh, this is really gross. This is really gross and very, very deep, Scorpio. So I love you, but like you're recognizing some unconscious and subconscious patterning where you're like, wow, I really like kept friends that were like so disrespectful to me, but I really want like a healthy dom. And like there's some version of like sexuality and sensuality that, Jupiter retrograde in your house of shared possessions and very deep transformation. This is normally a Scorpio run house. For you, it's run by Gemini. So it's like, yeah, I want you to go and like see a very, sensual movie or go to an art gallery that has like nudes in there. Like having a healthy way to express yourself sexually and sensually, Scorpio, is incredible and necessary. Get a new PJ set, like stop wearing frumpy stuff. Definitely stop wearing frumpy stuff. And yeah, I want you dressing top tier. I want you just like getting outside of your comfort zone. But like, again, we talked about this in the Pluto and Aquarius video that I did. It's a whole all signs reading. It's in the longer range transit. I want you writing. I want you journaling, like violently journaling. And you can burn them if you want. That's full moons are perfect times to do that. But I want you really violently journaling right now and just like loving up on that. I love that for you. Or writing a blog, starting it off. And the guides honestly are saying, learning to play to the empty room as if there's hundreds of thousands of people there. Literally, like playing to the empty room. And setting yourself up for success as if there are hundreds of thousands of people that are watching your videos and your content. Scorpio. There's a lot of subscribers here that are entrepreneurs and are content creators that are Scorpio specific. And some of you are rolling your eyes at me. You're like, I couldn't do that. Yes, you are. Just the fact that there's a version of you that's rolling your eyes at me means that you want it somewhere deep inside. So look at that, Scorpio. I love you. You're worthy of an audience. You got something to say and share. I love you. Sagittarius. Sagittarius rising. Sagittarius sun. Sagittarius moon. Fascinating. It's really weird. Like, as I'm setting this up, everything just feels upside down. So if life feels upside down right now, let it be. Yeah, Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, North and South, and Chiron, and Lilith. You are being removed from certain areas of life. You are going to be placed in different areas of life. This doesn't have to make sense. Either you're making those decisions. Some of you are, I love you. I love you very much, very, very much as I say this, but some of you are very trauma bonded to certain people within your community right now. And that's okay. That's okay. It seems as though it was an acceptance, and don't judge yourself for that. Like, if that's not for you, like, please, not everything that I say is doctrine. So please just, if that brings something up and you're like, oh yeah, I've accepted someone that's really like 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 in my life, then dude, my guy, just be in that and love that and love that. Like, it's in the same way that when we, it's the energy that we put into certain things. What do you mean by that, Sarah? So it's like, say you drink alcohol and you're like, oh, I know I'm going to regret this tomorrow. The energy of that alcohol can be so beautiful. Like a beautiful Barolo or a beautiful Prosecco, when you're cheersing and when you're enjoying yourself, can be so celebratory. It can be literally ambrosia. And if you just say, I'm only taking in the goodness of this, I release anything that's not meant for you, I just poop it out. That's a different energy than, I'm going to regret this tomorrow. I know this isn't good for me. And really recognize that. Recognize that. I feel Pluto just really starting off its transit in your third house of communication. You've learned and are learning what words resonate with you and what words don't resonate with you. This is a lovely sextile to wherever the early degree placements of Sagittarius are for you. Lovely sextile. But with the North Node going to Pisces and the South Node releasing over here in Virgo, this is about home. This is about family, the roots of the tree of your life. And you're not going to care as much about the public image because it's going to be what you want it to be, not what the expectations of others are going to be. I'm feeling the saltiness that some of you have about that trauma bond. Look at it. Look at it. Jupiter is still retrograde in your house of relationships. If someone's coming up in that moment where you're just like, oh my goodness, yeah, then just look at that. Just look at that. It's okay for you to have that South Node in your house of community friendships, which is for the future. That release, Lilith is still here, and you can look at what inside of yourself is in fear of being either alone or, without. There's some, what's the word I'm looking for? We came here to have an ego. So it's not a negativism to be like, I have an ego and I need these certain things. You're a Sag. You're just the most beautiful, lovely, mutable fire of Eva. And so I want you surrounded by people that really honor that. That really honor that and let you be that incredible, delicious fire that you are. But this is, very practically, this is the money axis. This is, the sun is highlighting the house of my money, values, and access to resources, and the full moon is releasing in the house of shared possessions. This is kind of tied to what we're saying because, if the person that's next to you isn't supposed to prosper with your prosperity, the universe is not going to prosper. Like, you're not going to prosper. If the person sitting next to you isn't supposed to prosper and you are, and that's not judgmental, that just means like, it's looking at it from above. So you're meant for this A, B, and C, and the person next to you is meant for D, E, F. but you're keeping them next to you and you're like, why isn't ABC coming? It's because the person that's meant for DEF is sitting next to you. You have to remove that person so that the person that is meant for your ABC can be next to you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But just be in what you're in, girl. Be in what you're in, my guy. There's no judgment from me. It was another sign that I've already said this to. Like, I've looked back at certain North Node, South Node transits in my life where I didn't leave relationships. I stayed in relationships that I knew were not meant for me because I thought that I needed certain things, or I needed the money that they were providing, or I needed this, or I needed the title, or I wanted to go on the holidays and stuff. And I had to look back at that version of myself with loving kindness and reverence to be like, you did the best you could with the tools that you had. And it's only in hindsight, with the knowledge that I gained through that experience, that is allowing me to see things clearly. So if you're in a trauma bond and you're aware of it, but you're like, I can't leave it just yet, then love it and be as present as possible with it, Sag. And learn everything that you can from that relationship, enjoy every little bit of it, and just, yeah, love it. I love it. Capricorn rising, Capricorn sun, Capricorn moon, Capricorn suns. Oh, buddy. Happy birthday. There's something going on. I said, there's something going on, and you're like, I don't want to talk about it. I'm like, then why are you here, dude? Then why are you here? Now I'm hearing you say, because I want you to figure it out. There's some adolescent stuff going on, my friends. This is relationships. Some of you are like, I'm not here to prove to you that I have, clairvoyant psychic abilities, or, that I'm a channeler or an astrologer. I'm not here to prove anything to you in any capacity. But like, this is just for some of you, and just like, stop looking for validation outside of yourself to understand that you're an intuitive as well. Yeah, there's some serious mother-father stuff going on right now for you, Capricorn, where it's just like, allow the pain of knowing that your parents did the best that they could with the tools that they had. Allow that to be it. And it's like you're repeating patterns, you're recognizing some repeated patterns going on right now where you're just like, I'm done. You've gotten off of this merry-go-round, Capricorn, and you're just like, I don't want to find another person that reminds me of my father or my mother or my sibling or whatever it is. You're done with it, and I love that for you. And really just give yourself the grace to say, I love myself. I'm worthy. I'm enough. You're looking for validation from others to fill the void of a parent. I'm having a full body chill, and I just want to hug you, Cap. This is really intense. This is a lot. This is a lot. And I'm just here with you. And, it might just feel like you're on this huge roller coaster of like, I thought I was doing so well, and now I'm not. And I like, each day could be so like, you're living lifetimes in a day. And I just really support you, and I'm really loving you. Really just sending love to you right now, because this is very deep work that you're doing. And you might be exhausted, honestly, and you thought that the sun being in your first house, it's like you're like, I thought I'd have so much more energy. After Sag season, usually I'm just like rambunctious and I'm excited. It's like I'm just hearing like, I can't listen to another prediction. I can't listen to another this. I can't listen to another this. And that's so okay. That's so okay. You're learning how to trust your own intuition right now. And it's a big deal when you find, and I forget who I already mentioned this to, might have been Libra, I'm not really sure, but it's really saying, like, when you unfollow or unsubscribe from, you know, channelers or content creators, there's a bittersweetness to it. There's a bittersweetness to it. Like, for example, for me, like, I learned so much from the astrologer Pam Gregory, absolutely so much. And then there came a day where I recognized that I can't be listening to this woman's videos before I record my own. And so what I do now is I listen to her videos on the day of. So on the full moon in Cancer, I'll listen to Pam Gregory's full moon in Cancer video as if it's a friend. And I'll spend time with her that way, because she was a teacher for a season. And now I feel as though I'm learning some of her interpretations, and I do take so much from her messages, and I love and respect everything that she's doing. She's such a bright light in this world, but it would be very like out of alignment, out of my integrity to watch her video and then let that energy be regurgitated into my own. I am a clear channel. Yeah, completely sober. Coffee is the only thing that I really ingest. I don't have classic sugar. I have honey and maple syrup. But I'm staying a clear channel. But it was a bittersweet moment. And there are many times, many other astrologers that I had to completely unfollow and unsubscribe to. In no way is what they're doing wrong. They're spot on. But for me to be able to do what it is that I'm doing, I couldn't have their interpretations of the planets be in my energy field. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So even if you're not an astrologer, you're not someone who is a content creator or whatever it may be, let the relationships, Capricorn, the content creators, the influencers, the thought leaders that don't resonate anymore, just unsubscribe. Just unsubscribe and let that be a beautiful season. The phrase that I love so much is, you know, we know the flowers are going to die. We still buy the bouquet. It's so okay to have a season with certain teachers. Yeah, we have a full season of, like, you can't stay in third grade forever. You can love and say that was the best third grade teacher I've ever had, but you can't, you know, in your 30s and 40s or 20s, go back to third grade. I mean, you could, Billy Madison, but, like, you know, you're a Capricorn. Feel it deeply. I love you. Aquarius rising, Aquarius sun, Aquarius moon. Breathe. Please breathe. This is really intense. This is an intense time for you, Aquarius. I'm sending love to you. And ooh. It was a lashing out from what I just said that I heard from some of you. Just like, don't pity me. Don't say this. Don't say this. Don't say this. Like, I'm feeling what I'm feeling. Blah, 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 blah. Dude, I am not thinking less of you. But this is a very powerful amount of planetary, like, ridiculousness. Some of you could really benefit from a detox. Some of you are very sensitive right now and very niche, very, very specific. I'm hearing some of you shouldn't be buying things from thrift stores anymore because you're taking on the energy of the person. I mean, if you are, really start to cleanse and clear and do some woo-woo, but I think you're recognizing, oh, this is making sense. You can't even walk into certain environments that you used to be able to walk in. And there's something very new that's coming through where you're just like, oh, yeah, you're very, very sensitive right now. That's all this happening over here. The sun and Mercury in your house of soul purpose, and the full moon and Mars retrograde in your house of daily life, health, and practical service. Releasing daily tasks, this full on could be alcohol, this could be sugar, this could be pornography, this could be, you know, having a healthy way to express yourself sensually and sexually is a big deal. But please, like, you're waking up and you're having so many things happen all at the same time and you're sensitive to the energies of others. None of that's a bad thing. None of it. That's a beautiful thing. Welcome to your awakening. And I'm proud of you. And this is wonderful and lovely. And you don't have to suffer through it. You don't have to suffer through it. And I don't remember if I said it in the full moon in Cancer video or if I talked about it in the live that I just did, Mars, like harnessing Mars, the Monday live that I just did, where it's like when you start to become healthy, you recognize how much is self-inflicted. Like, and I used to do this when I was a drinker. I'd be like, oh, I'm so hungover. I did this to myself, blah, 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 blah. Where it's like, no, you can have that, you know, submissive attitude, Sarah, go into a healthy role. There's a healthy way to be a sub. Very, very healthy. But you don't have to give energy to a spirit. You don't have to give energy to people that can't handle that. There's healthy ways to have dominance in this world. Yeah, deadlifting, healthy exercise. There's a weight on this planet that you cannot pick up. You cannot pick up, girl. So this is we have been talking about this for a very long time, Aquarius, a very, very, very long time. And taking this time period with Jupiter retrograde in Gemini, that nice trine to your sign. Yeah, I would say like air to air. Don't let Jupiter be the yes friend that's like, no, today's the last day. Today's the last day. This could be sugar. This is razor's edge type stuff. But I would love for you to reach out to people. Maybe a sponsor, maybe a program. Like, it's okay and really necessary to have help and guidance in this world. We're not meant to do anything alone. This could be food. This could be so many things, Aquarius. So whatever, this could be scrolling. I, definitely have sometimes lost myself in the doom scroll. And that's one of the most, I recognize when that happens that I'm, addiction is addiction is addiction is addiction. It doesn't have a name. It doesn't have it has a name. It's called addiction, but it doesn't have a face. It lies to you in your own voice. And it's, in my personal practice, perspective, and opinion, it never leaves your body. So you have to find ways to work with it and love it at all times. Even deadlifting can become an addiction. Health can become an addiction. Preaching can become an addiction. They can all become an addiction. So moderation, Aquarius. Moderation, and surround yourself with people that support you. Truly. Pisces. Pisces rising. Pisces sun, Pisces moon. I'm hearing people are talking about people. I hear them whisper, you don't believe it. Let them talk, let them talk, let them talk, let them talk. Can you believe that Pisces is doing this? And oh my God, the Pisces said this, and then Pisces said that, and then Pisces said this. You're shining like a minor league baseball player right now. And although, Sag is your legacy, public image, and career, that's why. And it's not just you. Everybody has Pisces and Aries in their chart. So like wherever this is falling in your actual chart, you might feel like you're on stage right now. The sun is transiting your house of community, friendships, and wishes for the future, while the moon is transiting and releasing over here in your house of play, joy, childlike spirits, and romance. The kids, if you have kiddos, they might be acting up really intensely right now. Yes, your children are affected by your chart. And this, we're going to do a whole video on this, so I'm not going to talk about it in too much depth, but right now the South Node will be releasing in your house of relationships, while the North Node, you're going to be coming into your most authentic self. Your intuition will blossom. This is a 1.5-year transit, and I'll talk more about it later, but it's just really surround yourself with people and healthy situations. If you have any Aquarius placements, definitely look into detoxing Pluto in your house of soul purpose. This is the health axis over here, the 6th and the 12th. But right now, I'm listening to the guides. I want you, actually, this is very specific. I've never received a message like this before. They don't want you talking as much. They want you listening. and observing. Yeah, this is very interesting. They want you to see who shows up. Like, it's very much full body chill. It's like if you're always the one that's reaching out, you're always the one that's talking and filling up the space and saying the thing or doing the thing. What if you stopped reaching out? What if you stopped calling and see who calls? You know? See who calls. See who calls. And when I say that, this is only for a few of you. Who do you not want to call? Who do you wish would just fall out of your life? Who's got to go? Somebody's got to go. Pisces. And it doesn't have to be, this could be a relationship, this could be a coworker, this could be a teammate, a comrade, a community member. You know, it could be someone that's just peripherally in the group that you're just like, I can't show up to any more events with this person here. And it can feel very gross when, you know, it's someone that's like gregarious and so lovely and wonderful, and you're the only intuitive person that's like, that person's not for me. It's not fun to be that person. I'm just saying that there's a reason that you're not supposed to show up. There's a reason. So stop showing up and stop calling and stop being a part of the group text message and really pull back a little bit right now, Pisces. You're very activated. Just pull back, focus on you, chop wood, carry water, do what you need to do for your home, family, team, and flock. And I would just say no to a few events right now. I'm giving you permission to say no to a few events right now, and I'm feeling the relief of a few of you out there just saying, like, I really need you to pull back. There's a reason. God's speaking through me to say to you, your intuition is spot on about this person, whomever they are. Doesn't matter how important they are in your life or how peripheral. It doesn't matter whether you see them once a quarter or every single day of your life. You're spot on about this person. Your intuition is right, and I'm offering you validation across time and space that you're not supposed to be at that table. I think that's it, Pisces. I'm really proud of you. And I'm proud of you for doing some research into receiving this validation. A lot of, you know, people could just slough off. They're like, oh no, absolutely not. Literally. And it's very... So I had an experience like that where, you know, for a lot of time in 2024, for me, it was like from the summer until the end of the year, there was, you know, downloads that I was getting about a community. And I've just recently moved. And every time my intuition was like, this is the thing that you're supposed to walk away from, I was like, kaposh, absolute kaposh. I can make this happen. I can figure this out. I can make this work. And I couldn't, because it was just I couldn't thrive in the environment that I was in. And so God removed me from that environment. I'm not looking back. I'm just saying, wow, I was right that whole time. My intuition was spot on that whole time. And I didn't have to shift or change myself. I just had to stop showing up to those events. Yeah. You're quite on purpose, Pisces, and a really fascinating and lovely and wonderful energy. A really wonderful being, a wonderful energy. And if you've constantly been put in an environment where someone is saying, like, yeah, you really do this and it really bothers me, and then you do this and that really bothers me, and could you just do it this way? There's definitely, you know, when it comes to relationships, I show up as 50% and you show up as 50%. I show up as my whole self 100%, but it's not like you complete me type of a thing. You know, Pisces, it's like, if I'm constantly doing something wrong, maybe we're just not supposed to be in the same room together. Maybe we're just not supposed to have more of a season than the season that it's like you're trying to like plant trees and vegetables right now and it's the dead of winter. I think that made sense. Please reach out directly, Pisces, if I can be helpful right now during this time period. Please check my website. The links are below, and we can have a free consultation to see if working together could be the right thing. I feel as though maybe a session with myself or a therapist, someone, could be really helpful for navigating this right now. It's really a lot that you're experiencing. So please reach out if I can be helpful, because you might feel very confused because you've been listening to someone that has been telling you that you're wrong over and over, where you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You've just been in the wrong rooms, and you want to walk away, and you might just need some help navigating that. I would say videos that I have in the toolbox, relationships are drastically changing, how to navigate. That was about the North Node transit, but that could be a helpful video for you. But yeah, please reach out. We have a free consultation, and I'll see if I can be helpful. I love you so much.